Many people try and tell God why they can't carry out their divine commission. They say, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too dumb, I'm too blonde, I'm too ugly, I'm too educated, I'm uneducated, I'm too weak, I was born in the wrong family. I was an adulteress, I was a thief, I was a prostitute, I've been divorced, I've had an abortion, and the list goes on and on. Well, take courage now, family. You're among great company because life is filled with history makers just like us. Now, if you think you're too dumb, remember Samson. Now, that guy was dumb. I mean, when your girlfriend ties you up 3 times and tells you that your enemy is after you and you still spill the beans, that's an IQ crisis. Yet, in the end, his greatest victory followed his greatest defeat. Perhaps you think you're too young to make a difference. Well, what about Josiah? He was 8 years of age when they made him king. He was almost too young to cross the street, but now they made him king. Talk about generational curses. His grandfather was Manasseh, the wickedest king of all Israel. His father Ammon walked in all the ways of Manasseh. Yet Josiah led Judah into one of the greatest revivals and brought his whole nation back to God. So you're never too young to be used by Jesus. You might think you're just plain strange. I might agree with a lot of you, family. But join the ranks of John the Baptist. Man, this guy was weird. He wore an outfit that never was or ever has been in style. He ate strange food, and yet Jesus said no one greater than John had ever been born. Rahab the prostitute helped Joshua conquer the promised land and later wound up as the great-great-great-grandmother of Jesus Christ. How about a man after God's own heart, David? He committed adultery and then murdered the woman's husband. Well, what about Noah? He courageously partnered with God and obeyed God. He saved the entire human race, which was just his family at the time. And then he got so drunk that he took all his clothes off. And what about Joseph? He had a prison record. What about Adam? If he was alive today, do you think anyone would want Adam to be the pastor of his church? Come on. His wife influenced him to eat the forbidden fruit, and then it was reported they ran around in their garden nude. Could we have Solomon today? Heck no. We couldn't put up with all his wives. And what about Jonah? You know Jonah, he refused to obey God's call, and then he claimed a huge fish swallowed him and then spat him out. Really? You may think you're too ugly to make a difference. Have you ever seen the pictures of Abraham Lincoln? Now that was an ugly man. He was so ugly that a 10-year-old on a campaign trail said, Mr. Lincoln, you're so ugly, you should grow a beard to cover up your face. So he did. Yet that ugly man became one of the United States' greatest presidents. So you never finished high school. Well, Peter's claim to fame was that his messages were so profound they had to be from God because he didn't have any education. And so the stories go on and on. So what's your excuse for not fulfilling your call? Because God is famous for accomplishing extraordinary things through ordinary people like you and me.
Thank you for watching Dr. Bev's YouTube channel. We will continue to offer dynamic and uplifting highlights from Dr. Bev's messages. Please take the time to like and share the videos. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep watching the Dr. Beverly Wolmarans YouTube channel.